Peace. Yo, it's your boy. Coming in the righteous name of Lord Supreme, wise minded law. Wanted to build with you today on today's Supreme Mathematics and today's degree. And a phrase that I usually hear often in regards to dying or death. Dealing with today's Supreme Math is knowledge and understanding. Knowledge is to be aware, understanding is to be able to see clearly for what it is and not what it appears to be. All right? Understanding gives you that clarity, that mental picture you could draw up from knowledge and wisdom in order for you to bring the true outcome and the result of what you want to see. So, being that today's degree is talking about but brings rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes, but is with the exception to. That means but is anything after but is a lie. Because why would you say but after anything and not follow through with what you want to do? Let me give you an example. Son, why didn't you wash some dishes when I told you this morning? Oh, I was going to wash them, but I was tired as hell. What? That... Okay, but I told you to wash dishes. Why didn't you wash dishes? Oh, because I was tired. Why are you making an excuse? Didn't your mother tell you to get up and wash the dishes for her? And you still didn't wash the dishes? You made an excuse because you wanted to be lazy. See? Now, instead of you just getting up and just taking responsibility and being responsible, you rather denote responsibility because you're saying that you're tired. So that's an excuse for you not to do your job as what your mother asked you to do as far as the dishes. Well, obviously, you don't want to do the dishes. So you might as well just say, I don't feel like doing dishes, I'm tired. And then probably she's gonna say, get your ass up anyway and do the fucking shits. So, what is today's degree talking about? Well, today's degree in the 1 of 40 or in the meat lessons, it says, but brings rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? Answer. They continue daily to teach the 85% that all you see, such as rain, hail, snow, earthquakes, come from mystery God and no one will be able to see until they die. And this is believed by the 85%. The 10% knows that when a man dies, he will never come back and tell the living whether he died or not, because the dead is never known to return from the grave. All the history of Islam never revealed anybody coming back from a physical death. But, there go that but, there is a chance of a mental death, because many were lost and found and revived from it. But they were not physically dead, only mentally. This whole degree in itself is talking about how the 85% are being lied to and how they believe things and they don't research, and they just, whenever something happens to them, instead of taking responsibility, they shift the responsibility and blame somebody else. Oh, the conditions in my life are happening because God wants it to happen. God knows my heart. God knows what I'm capable of. God works in mysterious ways. Why is God a mystery to you when you can just be responsible and conscientious of what you're doing and do it the right way? Instead of shifting the responsibility, shift the responsibility back on yourself. Because it's basically telling you to take a look at yourself and what you're doing. So when you're denoting responsibility, this is what this lesson is telling you. The 85% believes the 10%. Let's go back to the previous degrees. Knowledge, wisdom degree. We're going to go backwards real quick. Then we're going to go all the way back to the knowledge, understanding degree. Tell us why the devil does not teach that. Because he desires to make slaves out of all he can so he can rob them and live in luxury. Let's go to the knowledge degree. The knowledge degree says, will you sit at home and wait for this mystery God to bring you food? Answer, emphatically no. Me and my people have been lost from home for 379 years, had tried this so-called mystery God for bread, clothing in the home. And we received nothing but hard times, hunger, nakedness, and out of doors. And was also beaten and killed by the same ones who advocated that kind of God. And no relief came to the Son of Man came to our aid by the name of a prophet, W.D. Farr. Knowledge that cipher degree. Who is that mystery God? There is no mystery God. The Son of Man has searched for that mystery God trillions of years and wasn't able to find that mystery God. So they agree that the only God is the Son of Man. They will lose no time searching for that which does not exist. Born agree. Tell us why the devil teaches the 85% that a mystery God brings all this. To conceal the true and living God, which is the Son of Man, that makes slaves out of 85% by keeping them worshiping something he knows they cannot see invisible. And he lives and makes himself rich off of their labor. The 85% knows that it rains, hell, snows, are also here, thunder above their heads, but they do not try to learn who it is that causes all this to happen by letting the 5% teach them. They believe the 10% on face value. Now, let's go from that degree all the way back to the knowledge and understanding degree. Now, it's telling you the mind state of the 85%. One time they know, then the next time they believe. So obviously you got a mind state of people that are in a state of confusion because they don't know whether or not what they're dealing with is true, false, or they just don't have enough information, or is a half truth. So what ends up happening is, right? What ends up happening is they end up falling for the banana in the tailpipe. They end up shifting and denoting the responsibility of who they are as themselves unto other things. Oh, God knows my heart. Charges to my head, not my heart. See, this is things that shift blame instead of you just taking the responsibility and saying, damn, I fucked up. That was my fault. I know I did that. No, you neglect responsibility by shifting into something else because the 10% got your mind in a state of believing instead of you knowing. You didn't believe you did that. You know you did that. You feel what I'm saying? Belief and knowledge do not go hand in hand. It's like science and religion. They go hand in hand, but there's certain things in religion that have to be taken out in order for it not to be religious. And it could be more scientific because at the end of the day, when it comes down to the come down, it's knowledge and understanding with no wisdom in between. So this is what I wanted to talk about. A lot of brothers say, oh, he returned to the essence. Or sisters say, oh, he returned to the essence. Or she returned to the essence. Can you show and prove what the essence is? For all of you guys that are watching or liking or subscribing to my channel, listen, I want to let you guys know something. I don't do these videos just to like be up on a public platform just to be talking. I do this to spark conversation, to spark interest, to spark curiosity, and to be able to help people, assist them in understanding a principle of something better than how they were first explained to. In order for you to get what I'm saying, you have to really follow along. Like, I know, I take my little walks here and there. However, the whole point of the matter is me trying to reach out to the brothers and sisters that are interested and want to engage in this journey of knowledge itself. Because I know it's been times where you're like, yo, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why do they keep saying that? But then I find myself going with it, but it really doesn't make sense with me. A lot of things are going to sit with you that don't make sense to you. And that's okay. And you know why? Because that is where the change comes in at. You got 70 satisfied, 30 dissatisfied. So the understanding added to the cipher has to bring about change. You got to see things different. You got to see things from a different perspective. That's why change has to come. You have to be able to see things in essence and in its full perspective instead of half-ass. You know what I'm saying? You're only getting half of a spectrum instead of the full spectrum of what is being shown, what is being expressed, and what is being seen. So this is why the 85% believes that it rains, hail, snows, earthquakes, instead of no. See, in the born degree, it says the 85% know that it rains, hail, snows, and also hear thunder. But then in the knowledge and understanding degree, it says, such as rain, hail, snow, earthquakes. This is, and this is believed by the 85%. It says, peace. Like it says, they continue to teach the 85% that all you see, such as rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes, come from a mystery God that no one will be able to see until they die. And this is believed by the 85%. This is a belief system. Knowledge and belief don't go hand in hand. When we're dealing with belief, we're dealing with uncertainty, doubt, skepticism. You're dealing with something that has no proof. or no insurance or assurance that it's true, because you have to keep validating it by researching over and over and over and over. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes down to believing, just look at the word believe. What does it have in it? Lie. It's a lie. So when you guys are sitting here talking about, I believe so, that means that you're not even sure yourself, and you got to rethink or look it up all over again in order for you to make sure that it's true. There's a lot of people in this mind state of the 85 that always use the word belief as the word substituted for knowledge. Nah, that don't work like that. Belief is belief and knowledge is knowledge. If you look in the dictionary and you look at the word belief and then you look at the word knowledge, you can even go to the dictionary and tell you the difference. Just the difference in itself. Not anything I'm saying. It's what the world is presenting to you. And it's simple as that. So, let's get back to what I was saying. When it says return to the essence, when a man returns to the essence, he returns to the essence of himself that he created, which is a boy. Okay? The essence of yourself, the embodiment of the ingredient you added to your recipe is your boy. Because he is the what? Reflection and embodiment of you in the physical form of a boy. You are recreating new life. Returning to the essence is going back to yourself, essential self, which is what? You. Meaning, you create yourself. You have a boy. So yourself is the boy. Your seed. It's not dying. Returning to the essence, that means you return to yourself, which is a boy, which you recreated. If you have a boy or a girl, or the embodiment or the incarnated, the being a, it's basically like reincarnation almost, but not really, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, today's math is knowledge understanding. You gotta look up and then look at belief and knowledge. Because all of the lessons that I went through from a knowledge understanding all the way to born, then born back to knowledge understanding helps you with seeing what I'm talking about. People, they see the evidence in front of them, but they don't want to acknowledge the truth that's being given and presented with that evidence. So this is why they're incognizant of being able to think for themselves, because why? They've been having a 10% think for them and dictate how they move and operate. And this is why they fall victim to their civilization and end up being what? Slave makers of the poor. You got to understand that. Look at yourself and say, what is my essence? If you can answer that properly, I guarantee you, returning to the essence will make no sense to you. It will only make sense to you when you know you have a boy and you say, well, when it's time for me to return, my essence is right here. It's your essential character. It's part of yourself that is the embodiment of everything. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna be with y'all soon. I'm about to get up off this. Gotta take care of a couple things and then, keep handling, keep building, and keep teaching. That's what I do. But I'm gonna do a part 2 when I get off the train, because right now I'm at the train station about to jump on, relax, zone out, So I'll be with y'all soon. Peace.